Hello everybody and Feliz Navidad. I'm Lorena and we're here in my humble abode and I'm going to show you how to prepare a delectable Colombian chicken stew called sancocho. If you guys don't know about it, basically it's a typical dish that is served year-round, but there's nothing better than making sancocho around the holidays with your family. So let's start off with what sancocho really is, and let me take you through the ingredients. First off, I would use a whole chicken, spring onions. Then we have cilantro, which is also called coriander. I like to add a little bit of garlic. Then we have yuca, corn. Here we have the chicken bouillon, which is kind of like a chicken stock, so it just gives it a little bit more flavor. You know, we don't have this back home in the States. Not only is it salt, but it's pepper. Amazing, 2-in-1. And no meal is complete, no sancocho is complete without your avocado, and that's just for garnish. So at the end you'll see that little slice of avocado and a little bit of the coriander on top is gonna make that perfect sancocho. All right, so we're here in the trenches. I'm gonna show you how sancocho is really prepared. And first what I like to start off doing is, you saw that cube of the chicken bouillon. What I do is I just dilute it with a little bit of hot water. I put that here, and basically what we're doing is we're making a sofrito, which in English that pretty much means like you're marinating all the flavors before you put it in the big pot. And there's nothing better than extracting all these fragrant flavors. You've got the garlic, the chicken bouillon, the coriander, and then a little bit of your scallions, or green onions as they call it as well. So you're making a base, basically, is what you're doing for your soup, for your sancocho. And you just add a little bit of my favorite thing that exists here in Dubai, 2-in-1. And we are ready to put this portion of the meal inside the boiling water. So we just pour that in there. And let that boil away and lower the heat as well. Your next step, of course, you want to have the chicken cooking first, which takes the longest to cook. So your yuca is going to take a long time to cook. You've got the chicken, you've got the yuca, and now we're going to put a little bit of the plantains, because they as well take a while to cook. And we're going to leave the corn for last. So what I like to do, instead of adding salt, because I don't like to cook with a lot of salt, I'm a very low salt eater, is I always like to infuse a lot more of the herbs into my foods. And in this case, we're going to use the coriander, or what we call cilantro. And what I do is about every 15 minutes, I kind of look and see how the stew is going and taste it. But I always like to infuse and put a little bit more, a pinch of coriander every single time, because every time it boils and you cover it up, you're gonna get that aroma and that fragrance and that taste that really is so much better than salt. So we're gonna let this simmer for about 30 minutes and get back to it, and then we'll see how our sancocho is doing. And I just have to say, in honor of my mom and my family, we've got the Amazonian parrot jungle feathers, straight from Colombia, just for you guys. So the last final process is putting in the corn. And then in about 15 minutes, it's gonna simmer and let it stew and get all the flavors together. And then we're just gonna cover it and then reveal and see what comes of the sancocho. So is everybody ready for the sancocho grand reveal? I am. Here we go. It is ready to go. The corn is ready, and look, if you see that, the chicken is falling right off the bone. That is always an amazing sign and means that we are done. You see the yuca has now kind of disintegrated, so we are ready to eat some sancocho. Sancocho is officially ready. The Christmas holidays are in full effect. And this reminds me exactly of sitting by the finca, which is a farm, and just enjoying a great sancocho with my family and friends, live music, singing, dancing. You know what us Colombians do. The last final touch that I love is to put just a little bit more of the spring onion And for me, I love the coriander or cilantro that I was mentioning. And there's nothing that tastes better like fresh slices of avocado, especially on your sancocho. So let's have a taste and see how this is. I'm not saying because I made it, but it's pretty good. Happy holidays y feliz Navidad.